Good morning. My name is Dr. Jeya Mahadevan. I'm from Pantai Hospital, Kuala Lumpur, and I'm the current president of AAFITN. And I would take this opportunity to thank the organizers for the kind invite. So I'm going to speak on AAFITN initiatives for thrombectomy in the region. This is the logo of AAFITN, and it was founded in 1994. So this is the committee representatives from each country as well as the EXCOM in our last meeting in Hong Kong in 23. So AAFITN missions and objectives is to advance the field of interventional and therapeutic neuroradiology through innovation and collaboration, to coordinate activities and facilitate formation and sharing among member society, to foster interdisciplinary collaboration between neuroradiology, neurosurgery, and related fields, to maintain and enhance training standards and certification in the region. So we also want to support research and development in the diagnosis and treatment of neurovascular diseases. Now, newly, since 2018, we started promoting women in INR, which is integrated into the biannual meetings. We are starting the structured education program from basics for mechanical thrombectomy as well as other neuroendovascular procedures. This is spearheaded by Shigeru in Japan and Hongzi in China. So what are the key activities? Organizing once in 2 years a meeting in one of the countries of AAFITN to share knowledge and innovations, conducting educational courses to advance skills and expertise in the field, hosting promotional meetings to raise awareness of interventional neuroradiology, including mechanical thrombectomy, offering educational awards and prizes to encourage academic excellence, and collaborating for WFITN in publications to disseminate research findings. And focus areas, professional developments of practitioners in the region, in interventional, especially in mechanical thrombectomy, education and training to equip members with cutting-edge knowledge of skills, promotion of research in neurovascular diseases and its management, regional collaboration to strengthen the networks across Asia and Australasia, and ensuring high-quality standards in patient care, training, and practice. Now, this was the first meeting where we had women in INR. This was in Kota Kinabalu during the AAFITN meeting. And this was in the last meeting in Hong Kong in 23. So what are the stroke barriers in Asia? Mainly for mechanical thrombectomy, it's mainly finances, insufficient manpower, landscape of countries, lack of knowledge, geographic location, remote areas, traffic jams. And this may seem a little bizarre, but cultural beliefs. We are getting better at this. So depending on which country, those who are very active on this side, Australia, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, India, Japan, and South Korea. Not so active, Indonesia, Malaysia, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. We have got more active now. And these are the countries that is not really much, with some new areas being involved. So we have actually 48 countries in Asia. So we have a long way to go to include everybody in. So if you look at this map, this whole thing is Asia, but this Southeast Asia and Australia, which consists of AAFITN. So this just as a comparison, this is Malaysia, West Malaysia, East Malaysia. And previously, we had to bring the cases across because there was no physician. Currently, the state government, as well as the national government, has made it possible. There are doctors there, and thrombectomy is being done now. So Malaysia's population is only about 35 million, while the world's population is 8 billion. India and China together makes up almost close to 3 billion, and 4.7 billion is in Asia. Now, approximately 9.5 to 10.6 million strokes will be anticipated annually. That's quite a large number. And if you look at the GDP growth forecast, in 2022, it was 4.3%. We did a bit better in 23, 5%, and it's around 4.9% in 24 and 25. So who are the people, the specialists who are doing mechanical thrombectomy? In Japan, 85% are neurosurgeon. 5% neurologists and 5% interventional neuroradiologists. Korea's got 40 surgeon, 55 radiologists. China, between the neurologist and the neurosurgeon. Taiwan, 88% is radiologists. And Australia, 90% is radiologists. Southeast Asia, 70% is interventional radiologists, 20% neurosurgeon, and 10% neurologist. Now, this is data on GDP per capita across Southeast Asia. The red ones are the lowest of the lot, and the richest of the lot is Singapore at 88, Thailand is at 8, Malaysia 8, Brunei 35, Cambodia 3. So you have a group of well-developed and less developed countries with large disparity in stroke care. And the global burden of the disease study in 2019 showed that in Asia, the greatest stroke burden was in East and Southeast Asia. This study was published in 2019. So the lowest mortality was found in Japan, 43.3 per 100,000 person per year. Singapore had 47.7 per 100,000 person per year. The highest mortality rate was in Indonesia, 193.3 per 100,000 person per year. Mongolia, 222.6 per 100,000 persons per year. This was published in 24 April. And stroke incidence also showed significant variation from different studies. Incident data are available for some countries in East Asia, with the lowest rate observed in Malaysia, 67 per 100,000 persons per year. The highest rates were in Japan, where 422 per 100,000 person years among men, and 212 per 100,000 persons per year among women. So it's basically limitation in resources, lack of stroke awareness, pre-hospital delays, low number of neurointerventionalists, high out-of-pocket expenses for either the active place or MT, as well as the lack of organized systems of care for acute stroke were the reason why many other Asian countries have limited use of these therapies. This, however, was published in 2018. We have got better, as I'll speak later. So how do we improve? The standards have been set. Everybody has been trained. There are, I think, more number of people now. But by making availability for training at lower costs. So AAFITN, together with Vietnam, we do the Stroke Winter program almost every year. Outreach programs by the society. We tried media exposure to educate public and other specialties in each individual countries, dialogue with the government agency, packaging the endovascular products used at a lower price. I would think that this would be the one that will make the maximum change. Despite the challenges, the region has witnessed advances in stroke care. They developed alternative models of stroke care, infrastructural reorganization, capacity building, and integration of stroke care in the national program are the ways to try and improve the healthcare services for stroke. It is important to allow realistic expectation while considering the economic barriers, local government policies. Evidence-driven policymaking by adapting a holistic approach is essential to breaking grounds towards achieving equitable stroke care in the AAFITN countries with the active involvement of stakeholders, healthcare policymakers, government agencies, Ministry of Health. Okay, so I've come to the end, and I would like to invite all of you to the next AAFITN meeting in Bangkok. It is on 21st to 23rd August, and it will be a pleasure to see you all. This is basically the rough program for the day. The person organizing this is Anjali. She'll be more than happy to see you all guys there. Thank you.